Have you ever felt like the walls of the world are closing in every time you try to step outside of your home? Or maybe it's the grocery store, or the mall, or even just a walk down the street that feels too overwhelming. You want to go, but your body just says no. So that is the power of agoraphobia. And it's not just fear, it's fear of fear. And that fear can become so conditioned, so very conditioned, so hardwired into your nervous system that even the thought of going out can trigger panic, absolute panic. But here is the good news. If you have agoraphobia, there's excellent news actually. You can rewire that response. And you can do so using hypnosis and NLP. And that's exactly what we are here to discuss in today's Mindful Monday. Now, if it's your first time joining us, feel free to type in the comments, any comments, of course, or questions you have, where you're coming from if you like. And if you have a topic that you'd like to hear more about in the future, we'd love to hear that information as well. Also, make sure you stay until the very end of the video to find out how you can receive some free gifts as well, including hypnotic audio on releasing limiting beliefs today. Now today I'm going to show you how hypnosis and NLP, which is Neuro-Linguistic Programming, can create powerful shifts in the way that your mind responds to open spaces, to crowds, and really to the outside world. So powerful stuff. Let's begin by breaking this down. So many people don't really have a total concept of what agoraphobia is. So let's talk about agoraphobia first. Agoraphobia isn't just a fear of open spaces. It's the fear of being trapped. It's a fear of not being able to escape. And so it often develops after a panic attack so that the brain begins to associate certain places or situations with danger. Now, the subconscious mind is really trying to protect us, so it starts saying things like, let's just not go there again, which we know is experiential avoidance. And over time, your world begins to shrink. We know that when we first avoid something that gives us this fear, we feel good, but then the next time it becomes all the harder. And this protective pattern, while well-intentioned, is based on outdated programming. And that's where hypnosis and NLP can come in. And so this is a very personal story for me too, because I've suffered from agoraphobia in the past. So I really love this work. So hypnosis helps by allowing us to speak directly to the subconscious mind, which is the part of us, part of you, that's running these automatic fear responses. Now, when you're in a deeply relaxed and focused state, which is what we call trance or hypnosis, you can bypass the critical analytical mind, the anxious part of the mind that is trying to keep you safe but not doing a great job of it in this instance anyway, and get straight to the root of the fear. So in this state, we can, number one, disassociate you from traumatic memories or panic-inducing triggers. We can reprogram your internal associations with open spaces or public spaces, and we can create new internal experiences of calm, safety, and confidence. We can also rehearse that mental rehearsal that we talked about before in future broadcasts, future outings in the mind until the brain treats them as normal, because the mind doesn't know the difference between real and imagination. And now what's fascinating about this is that the mind really can't tell the difference of something that you're vividly imagining and something that's real. So that's why these hypnotic rehearsals are actually so effective. Now, NLP is going to take this even further though, because with NLP, we're not just working, with the rehearsals, we're working with the structure of your thoughts. So the images, the internal dialogue, and the sensations that trigger the panic loop to begin with. And it's not just what you think, it's how you think it. So if you were to picture yourself at the mall and instantly see this massive, overwhelming image in your mind, it might be full of color and surround sound and spinning really fast, it's going to, of course, trigger panic. But what if we were to shrink that image way, way down, dim it, and move it farther away in your mind's eye? What if we change the soundtrack to something calm and neutral? And now suddenly the emotional charge is dropping, right? It's not so overwhelming. And we can literally edit your mental movies, the images that you have in your mind, and this is going to change the entire emotional response. Remember, the subconscious mind likes to think in emotion and vivid pictures. So let's do just this little mini demo together. This is a brief hypnotic NLP fusion demo that you can try right now, even if you're sitting at home. So I'll be guiding you through a very small mental exercise. So make sure you're sitting down comfortably. Now, if you're in a safe space and it's quiet, then go ahead and allow your eyes to close down for a few moments here now. Good. Just taking a nice slow breath in. And then let it out with a sigh, relaxing your shoulders, your jaw, and your face. That's right. Now imagine, just imagine, one place you have been avoiding. Now, I don't know, for you, could be the grocery store, maybe the park, or even stepping out onto your front porch. Just notice what you notice, and as you imagine this scene, begin noticing what your mind is creating. And see what you see, hear what you hear, and most importantly, notice what you are feeling in your body. Just taking it all in. Good. Now let's go ahead and edit this scene. I'd like you to shrink that mental image way, way down, like it's playing on a little tiny screen way across the room. Now, imagine making it black and white, like an old movie picture. Good. And now take the sound and turn it way, way down, just like an old volume knob, turning it to mute. And now go ahead and freeze frame it and mentally slide it away, like you're pushing it to the edge of your mental desktop computer here. And now bring up a new image on that screen, a version of you stepping out of your home, or wherever you want to go, with ease, with calm, feeling centered, confident, and see yourself smiling, relaxed, and breathing easily. And perhaps you're walking with someone you trust, or maybe you're just enjoying the breeze on your face and your skin. And make this image big, make it bigger and brighter, more colorful. Turn up this inner feeling of calm, like you're tuning into your favorite radio channel. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can anchor that calm into your body. Maybe you take a hand over your heart, say a phrase like calm. Maybe you touch your middle fingers to your thumbs. Breathe in, exhale, think or say calm. You can do this 3 times, whatever you'd like to use as your hand anchor and your phrase. Good. And now when you're ready, and only when you're ready, you can go ahead and open up your eyes and come on back to the room. Just notice how your body feels right now in this moment. Yeah, it's a lot different, right? And this was just a small demo. It wasn't personalized or anything, but let's talk about why this actually works. So what we just did is a simplified version of a technique called the NLP Swish pattern, combined with anchoring in a light hypnotic state. Now this technique creates a neurological interruption, or a pattern interruption, which is simply breaking the pattern of fear and replacing it with calm and confidence. And when we repeat this often enough, it becomes automatic for us. So you can always listen to this again if you want to do it a few more times. You can think of it like this though. If fear has built a rut into your brain, we're kind of paving a new road, maybe a road over that rut, right? And every time you drive down that new road, it gets easier and easier. And so these are neural pathways that we're creating. So, I once, besides working with myself too, with the panic and agoraphobia after a bad car accident, I once actually worked with a client who hadn't been able to walk to her mailbox in months. Her panic would just rise, just thinking about it. And so using these techniques, of course personalized, within a few sessions, she was walking down the block and happy about it. And within a few weeks, she was out shopping again and living life. So these things really work. Now, was it magic? No. I mean, she had to do some work on her own, but it was actually neuroscience paired with precision tools of hypnosis and NLP, and it can be done. And it is a wonderful process. So there are also additional tools. Besides, I teach all my personal clients some downregulation tools because we all have panic and anxiety at times if we let it get to us. But some of these tools that we'll talk about today are more simple, and you can begin using them now. So again, these daily mental rehearsals in hypnosis is just imagining yourself calmly entering spaces that previously caused fear, engaging all of your senses and making the images compelling and empowering. What we also did in this was anchoring that calm, so using these physical anchors like touch to lock in to this feeling of safety during the visualization, and repeating often so that your body begins to associate that gesture, that anchor, with the calm. The breathing and pattern interrupts. So when panic starts to rise, shift your focus to a specific NLP pattern interrupt, like visualizing a big red stop sign saying no, clear, like a reset button. You can use this actual swish technique, replacing those old fearful mental images with calm, empowered ones repeatedly. Thus, you'll weaken the old fear pattern and strengthen the new confidence loop. You can also practice taking deep breaths when we get scared. Think about someone jumping out at you in a haunted house. We chest breathe. We go, oh, right? So you want to take deep belly breaths too. Agoraphobia can feel like a prison, but the walls are not made of concrete. They're made of thoughts, emotions, and associations that can be changed. Your brain is plastic. That's that neuroplasticity. So your patterns are not permanent. And hypnosis and NLP give you the tools to rewire your fear into true freedom. You don't have to wait months or years to feel better. Sometimes all it takes is the right shift, repeated with intention, for your whole world to simply open back up. Remember, repetition is something that the mind does like, and it does help to repeat things. So feel free to watch this video or listen to this video again. It'll help you too. Now, if you'd like a free recording and other gifts, simply type or send me a message, mindful, MINDFUL, in the comments, or message me, and then you'll follow the link. If you'd like to work one-on-one to rewire your mind even deeper, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at unwindthemindllc@gmail.com or visit unwindthemind.com as well. Until then, trust the process, train your mind, and keep breathing into your power. You've got this. Thanks for watching, and make it a wonderful Mindful Monday. Take care.